Hello everyone, Helen here and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how I made this super cute and adorable card using the Elephantastic stamp set. So let me show you what I brought in. I brought in the Elephantastic stamp set and I will be coloring one of the cute elephant images, the snow monsters, and I'll be using the UR sentiment. And I brought in the cloud dies and I will be using the stitched cloud. And then here is the stamp image on alcohol-friendly paper. I've also gone ahead and die cut the clouds and put foam tape behind there. I have my card front and my card base. And on my card front, I will be ink blending with wilted violet and shaded lilac distress oxide inks. I also brought in my polymer clay heart embellishments. So let's get started with the coloring. I will be coloring my elephant with warm grays. I think that the subtle brownish tone really complements the elephant. So when I'm coloring a large image such as this one, I like to color from dark to light, only because it's just easier for me to ink blend from dark to light, and then when it's a smaller image, it's easier for me to ink blend from light to dark. So it all depends on your preference. The way I'm deciding where I want my darks to go is I'm just outlining the elephant, and when there's a huge space, I tend to break it down into sections. So like for the feet, I'll try to kind of enclose my dark color. For example, right there on his right foot, I would just kind of close it up just a little, so then I know not that I would go back on my mid-tone and then blend it with my light tone. And you will see how I break this down. So now I just took my W6 and that's my mid-tone, and I'm just pushing out my darkest color. And what I mean by pushing out is I'm like dragging it out so that it can smooth out a little bit, so that it doesn't look like there's like a really harsh line there. And as you can see, I'm leaving sections for my lightest tone. So on his left ear, you can see where I left the middle blank, because that's where I'm going to put my lightest tone. And then here I'm just breaking up his belly. So then, because like when you're ink blending, like for me, when you leave such a large space, it's harder to ink blend, and then it just looks like it's like the lines are harsh, if that makes any sense. So I learned like from my experience is that if I break down the sections of an image, it's easier for me to ink blend the colors smoothly. So as you can see here, my lightest is W4, and by breaking it down into sections, it actually helped me blend my image better. It looks smoother. It doesn't, the darkest line doesn't look so harsh. So I hope this is a good tip. I am still a beginner in Copic coloring, and I hope that this helps some of you who are struggling to color, and that it helps. So now I'm just going to finish this up and smoothing it out some more until I'm pleased with the image. And then for his foot, I'm going to color it with RV11 as well as his mouth, and then RV10 for my lightest. And then I'm going to go back with W1 and I'm going to color his nails with that, just to add a little bit of color. And then I'm going to use my white Uniball pen to add some highlights on him. I'm following the lines on his trunk and then on his ears where I think the highlight should go. There is no right or wrong, I don't think. I just put it where it's pleasing to my eye. And so, you know, you do what pleases you. So now let's get into ink blending. I took shaded lilac and wilted violet. I started off with my lightest, and I'm just going very lightly with my blending brush. And this is shaded lilac right here. And I'm just going to do it like halfway. And then going back with my wilted violet, and again, I'm going very light here. I'm not like digging into my paper. I just want the brush to do the work for me, and then I'm working it until it's smooth. And now I just took my mini mister and then I just sprayed some water on there. And then this is like my Copic opaque paint, and I just added a little bit water there, but then as you can see there's a huge splatter there, so I'm just going to dab that so then when it dries it doesn't take too long. But I'm not worried about that big splatter there because that will be covered with the cloud that I die cut earlier. And now we're going to heat emboss our sentiment, and I chose "You Are" from the Snow Monster stamp set, and then the Elephantastic word from the Elephantastic stamp set. And then I'm going to use my white embossing powder, and we're going to go ahead and heat set this. Don't forget to use your powder tool because I forgot to use mine here, but I got really lucky. And so that's that. And so here I'm showing you that I did double up the tape for my bottom cloud because this will be a very dimensionalized card. Is dimensionalized even a word, you guys? I don't know. And so I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on my largest cloud there. And then my second largest cloud, I'm going to go ahead and take the backing off of my foam tape. I am using 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch foam tape. And then my very last smallest cloud there at the bottom. And I did put double foam tape at the bottom cloud only because the first cloud was popped up one time, so the second one I had to pop it up twice. Did add plenty of adhesive on my card front because it was warped due to the spraying it with water, and sometimes when you ink blend the paper does get warped. So I was very excessive when I was putting my tape runner on there. I did pop some foam tape on the elephant's ears and trunk, and then the rest of it with my tape runner. And now I'm just gonna decorate this with my polymer clay heart embellishments. We're gonna glue this, and this will finish up the card. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll give this card a try. For more Whimsy Stamps inspiration, you can follow us down on the links below. We would love for you to join us. And if you already haven't done so, please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!